The first message from Lena arrived at 2, long after I had stopped expecting to hear from her. She wrote that she'd just landed from her Vegas trip and needed to talk immediately. I didn't answer, mostly because we weren't together anymore. She had walked out 3 months ago, saying she needed freedom before settling down. Back then, I tried to hold our relationship together, but she packed her bags without hesitation. When she left, she told me not to contact her unless something was urgent, so I didn't. Now, suddenly everything was urgent for her. The next message came minutes later saying she regretted everything. She admitted she'd made stupid decisions during that Vegas trip. I didn't want to read between the lines, but it wasn't hard to guess. She said she was finally ready to be my wife, ready to commit, ready to fix everything. Those words would have once broken me. Now they just felt late. She kept texting, asking why I wasn't responding. I turned the phone face down and tried to sleep. By morning, she had sent 20 more messages. Most of them were apologies mixed with desperation. She asked if we could meet somewhere private. I replied only with, "Why now?" She told me Vegas made her realize what she wanted. She said she saw other couples fighting for each other and felt guilty for not fighting for us. I read her words slowly, remembering the nights I'd begged for even a fraction of that effort. She asked if I had waited for her. I didn't know whether to laugh or sigh. I asked if she wanted the truth. She said yes, no matter how painful, so I told her I wasn't alone anymore. Her next message came instantly, asking what I meant. I told her I had moved on with someone new. Her response came in all caps, asking how I could replace her so easily. I reminded her she was the one who told me to let her go. She wrote that she only meant she needed space, not a full break. That wasn't how she treated it. She said she thought I'd always be waiting, no matter what she did. That sentence hurt more for what it revealed than what it claimed. I said I didn't belong to her anymore. She begged me to at least meet and talk. I told her I could meet for closure, nothing more. We agreed on a small cafe near my place. When I arrived, she was already there, looking nervous and hopeful at the same time. She stood up as soon as she saw me, her eyes softening like she expected a reconciliation hug. I didn't offer one. We sat, and she immediately started crying, saying she messed up her entire life. She told me about her Vegas trip, about the nights she didn't want to talk about the things she wished she could undo. I listened without interrupting. She said she realized no one compared to me. I told her that realization came too late. She reached across the table to touch my hand, but I gently moved it away. Her smile vanished instantly. She asked who the new woman was. I told her name was Myra. She swallowed hard and asked how serious we were. I told her seriously enough that introducing her to family wasn't a question, it was a plan. Lena tried to breathe steadily, but her voice cracked when she spoke. She said she thought we were meant to be. I told her we were once, but she'd walked away from that future. She kept whispering, "I'm sorry," as if repetition could rewrite reality. I told her forgiveness was possible, but returning wasn't. She asked if I still loved her. I stayed quiet long enough that she got her answer. She wiped her face with trembling hands. She asked if I hated her. I said no, I just didn't belong to her anymore. She whispered that she thought the door would always be open. I said I'd waited at that door for months, and she never looked back. She finally nodded, understanding in slow, painful clarity. She apologized again for hurting me, for leaving, for thinking she'd always have a place in my life. I told her she'd always be a chapter, but she wasn't the ending. She whispered that she wished she'd realized that earlier. I wished the same, but life doesn't slow down for people who walk away. We stood, exchanged a quiet, heavy goodbye, and she walked toward the door without looking back. For a moment she paused like she wanted to turn around. But she didn't. When she stepped outside, the sunlight hit her face and I saw acceptance replace hope. I took a deep breath and left through the opposite door. As I walked toward my car, I felt lighter than I had in months. Moving on wasn't betrayal, it was healing. And for the first time in a long time, my future felt like it truly belonged to me.